Now, a pentagonal lamina having edges 25 mm is placed on one of its corners on HP, such that the perpendicular bisector of the edge passing through the corners on which the lamina rests is inclined at 30 degrees to HP and 45 degrees to VP. Draw the top and front views. So he says a pentagonal lamina having edges 25 mm is placed on one of its corners on HP. So since it is resting on one of its corners, so whether in a pentagonal lamina it is resting on corner or a side, always the initial position has to be a side which is perpendicular to VP. So since it is resting on HP, so all the sides are resting on HP initially. So that means all the sides are parallel to HP. So we are getting the true shape in HP. When you look from the top view, you can see the pentagon. So that is what we have written. It is a pentagon here. And when you look from this front view, the surface is perpendicular to VP. So obviously that line will going to be a line in the front view. So that is what we have shown, a line in the front view. And since you have A, B, C, D, E, and so A, B, C is near to the observer, so A dash, B dash, C dash is visible, and D and E is away from the observer, so D dash and D dash is invisible. And he says one of the perpendicular bisector, such that the perpendicular bisector of the edge passing through the corner on which the lamina rests is inclined at 30 degrees to HP and 45 degrees to HP. So which is the perpendicular bisector? The perpendicular bisector of the edge, perpendicular bisector of the corner on which the lamina rests. So obviously this side is a corner, so this side is an edge, and obviously the perpendicular bisector is from that corner point opposite to the side, midpoint of the opposite side will going to be the perpendicular bisector. You can see that M here. So that is what A dash to M dash. So this perpendicular bisector. The lamina rest is inclined 30 degrees to HP. Now we can see that the perpendicular bisector is inclined at 30 degrees to HP. So here it is resting on corner. So that perpendicular bisector is parallel to HP. So that parallel to HP. So naturally we are getting the true length in HP. So similarly the perpendicular bisector is parallel to VP. So you are getting the true length in VP. So that is what. This is the perpendicular bisector which is parallel to VP. So you are getting the true length in vertical plane. So he says the perpendicular bisector is inclined at 30 degrees to HP. So you are getting the, since you have the true length in the perpendicular bisector and it is inclined at 30 degrees to HP, which is also the true inclination. So we are rotating that directly, because on the true inclination you are going to get the true length. So we are rotating this perpendicular bisector by an angle of 30 degrees with respect to HP, so that we are going to see the image on the vertical plane. Then this is how, when you see in the 3 dimension, that AM will be the line which is the perpendicular bisector which is inclined at 30 degrees to HP. So obviously the surface which is containing that perpendicular bisector, so since the perpendicular bisector is rotated, naturally the surface is also becomes inclined. So that is what we have shown here. So when you look from the front view, you are getting a line. So that is what we have shown, this line here. And when you look from the top view, you will going to get this projected surface onto HP. That is the pentagon. This perpendicular bisector they passing through the corner on which the lamina rests is 45 degrees to VP. So which is that? The perpendicular bisector which is inclined to HP is 30 degrees, and that same perpendicular bisector is inclined to VP at 45 degrees. So here what happens is, so once the perpendicular bisector is inclined to HP, so you are going to get the apparent length here. But the inclination given is the true inclination. So first we have to find out the beta inclination. That is basically because we cannot reproduce this sketch directly on here, that is in the 45 degree line, because we have the apparent length here. But the inclination given is the true inclination. So we have to first draw the true inclination and take the true length of that perpendicular bisector and cut this, and then draw the locus, then take the apparent length of the second position top view with the same center, cut an arc, and then reproduce this sketch on this perpendicular, this AM line, and produce the front view, so that you are going to get this front view here. So the inclination made by this apparent inclination will be beta. So that is what we have shown here. So first we have drawn the 45-degree line and take the true length of the perpendicular bisector and cut it and get through the locus. Then take the apparent length of this and cut an arc on this, so that you will going to get this line. And then when you projected this, you will going to get this inclination, because this is actually inclined at 30 degrees. So you will going to get this line, and then project this, you will going to get the front view. So that is what we have done here, the same thing which has been shown in 3D, but of course this is not required. But still, to understand the concept, we have written this. But now this is how we will be able to get this particular problem. So now we are going to solve this by using the sketchbook. Now, so first we are going to draw an XY line and mark VP and HP. Then first you write the pentagon. So first you measure 25 mm and draw this vertical line. Then mark this point as C and D with C as center. By using the protractor, you measure an angle of 180 degrees from the counterclockwise direction and draw this inclined line. Similarly, with G as center, take from the clockwise direction, measure an angle of 180 degree and then draw this line. Then take the by using the compass, take the radius of 25 mm with C as center, cut an arc on this side, and also from this center cut an arc on this side. Similarly, with the same frame radius, with this as center, cut an arc, draw an arc, and from this as center, cut the previously drawn arc. So that you will going to get the 5 points. Then mark these points as A, B, C, D, and E. Then join A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, and E to A with a dark line. Then join between A and the midpoint of this CD, which will going to be marked as M, that is the perpendicular bisector. So now you draw a vertical projector from A, B and E, C, D and M to the XY line. Then mark these points. ABC is near to the observer, so it is visible. A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash and E dash is away from the observer, and it is heading by the point of B and C. It will be invisible, D dash in bracket, and also M is also on the line of CD, so naturally in the front view it will not be able to visible. So mark that point as M dash in bracket. Now, since it rests, one of the corners is resting on HP, so the corner is resting on HP. In the second position, take the convenient distance from the first position and mark this point as A dash and draw an inclined line at an angle of 30 degrees, because the perpendicular bisector passing through the corner and with the laminar S makes an angle of 30 degrees to HP. So it is the true inclination. So since the perpendicular bisector is parallel to VP, so you are getting the true length here. So on the true inclination line you have to pass the true length. So you measure the length from A dash to M dash or C dash or D dash, both all are equal. So you measure that by using the compass. With A dash as center, cut an arc on this. Similarly, with A dash as center, take the radius of A dash, B dash. With A dash as center, cut an arc on this by using the compass. And name them B dash and D dash in bracket, and C dash and D dash and M dash is in bracket. Then draw the vertical projector from A dash to the top view and draw a horizontal projector from A to get this point. Similarly, draw a vertical projector from B dash and D dash and draw a horizontal projector from B and E to get these 2 points. Similarly, draw a vertical projector from C dash and D dash and M dash and draw a horizontal projector from C and D and M to intersect at these respective positions of C, D, M. Then mark these points A, B, C, D, E and M. Then join A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E and E to A with a dark line. So when the perpendicular bisector of the edge is passing through the corner and with the laminar edge is inclined to HP, so you are going to get the apparent length. Now the same perpendicular bisector is inclined to VP at 45 degrees. So the inclination given in the problem is true inclination, but we are reproducing the same sketch here. So that means you are getting the apparent length. So here we cannot transfer the second position top view onto this 45-degree line. That is basically because we have the apparent length, the inclination is the true inclination here, 45 degrees. So we have to find out the apparent inclination in the third position, and then we have to transfer the second position top view on that apparent inclination line. So how to do that? Consider any point, and from there you draw a 45-degree line by using the protractor with respect to the horizontal. Then since this is the true inclination line, so we have to get the true length. The true length of the perpendicular bisector is AM here, which is AM, A dash M dash is parallel to HP. So you are getting the true length here. You measure the length from A to M with A as center, cut an arc on this 45-degree line. And from here draw a locus. Then you measure the length of AM in the second position top view with same center A. Cut an arc on this locus line and mark that point as M. Then join A and M with a thin line. So on this line AM you reproduce this sketch. How? With A as center, by using the compass you measure the distance from A to this point. From A you cut an arc on that beta inclination line, that is apparent inclination line, and this line is perpendicular to AM. So we have AM now on this line. By using the protractor, you keep the protractor on this line and measure an angle of 90 degree with respect to this AM line and mark these points. Mark this point at 90 degrees and then join. From that point you join to this point and then extend on the bottom side, so that this line is perpendicular to AM. Now from this point you measure with respect to B, and also from this point to E, both will going to have equal distances. Using the compass, from the same point you cut an arc on this side and also cut an arc on this side. We are going to get these 2 points. Similarly from M, this AM line is perpendicular to CD. So from M, by using the protractor you keep it on AM and measure an angle of 90 degree with respect to this AM line and draw a perpendicular line to this AM line. Then you measure the length from M to C and M to D, both will going to have equal distances. By using the compass with M as center, cut an arc on this side and also cut an arc on this side with the same center. So mark the points as A, B, C, D and E. Then join A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E and E to A with a dark line. So all these dimensions whatever I have shown is only for the reference. You are not supposed to show all these dimensions up to the 4th decimal point. It's not required. Then once you reproduce the top view on this beta inclination line, you mark this as beta and you mark this angle as 45. So then you have to write the front view. So draw a horizontal projector from A dash and draw a vertical projector from A to intersect at this point on the XY line. So you mark that point as A dash. Draw a horizontal projector from B dash and D dash and draw a vertical projector from B and D to intersect at this point and this point. Similarly, draw a horizontal projector from C dash and D dash and draw a vertical projector from C and D to intersect at C dash and D dash. Then mark the points A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash and E dash. Then join A dash to B dash, B dash to C dash, C dash to D dash, D dash to E dash and D dash to A dash with a dark line. So this is how we will be able to complete this problem. So how do I know that my problem is right? So a pentagonal lamina of 25 mm side is resting on one of its corners on HP, and the perpendicular bisector passing through the corner on which the lamina rests. The perpendicular bisector is this. Lamina rest is inclined at 30 degrees to HP, and so you are going to get the apparent length here. So in this case you have to find out the beta inclination. So you draw a 45 degree line. On that line you take this perpendicular bisector and cut it. So and then reproduce and find out the beta inclination and reproduce this sketch on this inclination line and get the front view. So in the final position also you can see that the corner is resting on HP, and also one of the perpendicular bisector is inclined 30 degrees to HP and it is inclined at 45 degrees to VP. So you are getting the beta inclination line. So this is how we will be able to analyze this final solution.